am also, I see myself, you know how they say you're harder on yourself than other people are, because I hear there are lots of people in my life that say they think I'm very patient. Like they're like, oh, you're a very patient person. But then when I think about myself and some of the things that I think about internally and how I want things to happen right now, and why isn't it happening? Why isn't it happening right now? And how much longer do I have to wait? I'm like, I just feel like I'm so impatient. So I just wanted to take the time to read some of these verses to kind of help me out. Yes, patience is a virtue. Yes, Miss Lynn, I'm going to share what you said. That is so awesome. And thank you for sharing that. Awesome. I love it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, patience is a virtue. I'm keeping that right there for a minute. Yes, Lord, I've been waiting years and years. Oh my goodness. See, Rachel. So we understand each other, where we're coming from. And I know I'm usually on here talking about whatever it is that I'm talking about, Jesus, and a mixture of like just daily life lessons and things like that. But I just want to take the time and pause and just really sort through some of the verses about patience. And I just thought I would share it. So that's what this live is about. So yeah, you all listen. If you have some of your favorite verses on patience, please share them in the comment section, because maybe I haven't seen them before and it can help me out. Or maybe somebody who's going to replay this has not seen it. So please feel free to share the verse, any verse that you have that's on patience, or anything that can help. So all right, that was the last one, was Proverbs 16:32. But you remember, you guys, that I thought them was pretty powerful. Better to be patient than powerful. Better to have self-control than to conquer a city. And I can understand why. Because if you don't have self-control, you can actually do a lot of damage. You can do a lot of damage. You can damage someone. You can damage things, right? You can even harm yourself if you don't have self-control. So I'm going to move on to the next verse. It is Proverbs 19:11. So we're in the same book of the Bible, but it's just 19 and 11. Oh, you are. These are good too. I want to also read, and I know these three particular verses are not on patience, but I just want to read it just to put it out there. So I will. It's Proverbs 19:1. And I'm reading from the NLT. I also like to read the Amplified version and the NIV. So those are just some of the ones that I like in the Common English Bible at times too. So anyway, Proverbs 19:1. Better to be poor and honest than to be dishonest and a fool. I probably don't have to say too much about that one. But I think that's pretty straightforward. That is pretty straightforward. Better to be poor and honest than to be dishonest and a fool. To me, that shows you how much emphasis is placed on honesty. God really treasures honesty. And you know what? I'm the type of person too. I would much rather somebody be honest with me. I'd much rather somebody be honest. Like, even if you think it's going to hurt my feelings, even if you think whatever you think, I can deal with honest, right? I don't want you to just tell me something just to, blow smoke up my, I won't even say it because that's what they say. I just much rather have honesty. I just much rather have honesty. So I can relate to this particular verse, Proverbs 19:1. And then 2, enthusiasm without knowledge is no good. Haste makes mistakes. People ruin their lives by their own foolishness, and they are angry at the Lord. So verse 3, I didn't even get to the verse I was supposed to read because this one was so good. It's saying that people ruin their lives because of their own foolish behaviors, their own foolish actions, their own foolish, the things that they're doing, and not taking into consideration the proper way to do it, or a better way to do it. They're not using wisdom when they're making these calls. And then it says, after people, and I'm just trying to explain it the best way that I can in my interpretation. So go back and read it yourself. You might have a different interpretation. People ruin their lives by their own foolishness, and then they are angry at the Lord. So